A couple of days ago, I asked you on my Instagram story, what do you put together to consider a super slow Sunday? I kind of expected you and I to be like, okay, first thing is crochet. So I took that one out of the category. Like, what on top of crochet do you have to have? Like a cup of tea, cup of coffee, a good cozy book, a nice blanket. One thing that you suggested that wasn't on my list, and I can't believe this wasn't here, was a candle. I love candles and the ambiance that it all puts together. I have a ton of candle holders that I like to have throughout my house. Until today, it's kind of been a no-go in the yarn dungeon. I just haven't had an area for me to safely put a candle or for me to feel like, okay, the candle is going to be good there. I can crochet. I don't have to worry about it being around a bunch of my yarn. But I have a couple of different spots back here, the table by the lamp, and then also my writing desk. Those are like solid areas I could set a candle holder and then one candle and then just bring on the spooky scents in the yarn dungeon. This is like our first official slow Sunday together where we're actually working up the crochet along blanket. I am going to start with vampire blood. We have the red berries, night blooming jasmine, and petrifying plum. I honestly don't know how long this goes. I'm expecting it to make it at least through the week. I'm planning on having it lit today and then just throughout the week every once in a while. In the morning, I'll probably light it as I'm doing a little bit of my crochet. So however long it lasts, we're going to use this one. Any combinations of scents that you love that scream not just Summerween, but Halloween, fall, just coziness in general, let me know those. I am starting a list for today. I'm going to put that together with this melty skull candle holder. I think these two go together perfectly. And the Frankenstein bat cake up here, because that was the theme of Bath & Body Works, was Frankenstein's bakery. Most of the Halloween candles looked like a cake. Now that I have my candle set and all ready to go, let's go through the list of kind of what I want to set up for my day today. The first thing that I do, even before I make my coffee, is turn on the Ghoul log on Shutter. This is Halloween to me. Like the ambiance of 1 hour of a jack-o'-lantern with spooky noises on the background. But there are specific ones that I watch at certain times, like Mad God Ghoul log. That one is through and through October for me. But that's what it looks like in the background. There are characters from the movie that come through and light up the jack-o'-lantern, and then they walk through and make like spooky noises as the entire hour goes on. There's 8 in total. 7 of them are specific to October, Halloween in general, and then there is a spooky Christmas one. So this morning I am going to throw on the Return of the Gulag. Actually, let's just keep it classic. Let's just go with the Gulag today and then kind of make our way through that. So there's Return of the Gulag, Son of the Gulag, Night of the Gulag, and Gulag Trick or Treat. If you wanted to, you could just kind of follow the progression from now until October. We have the jack-o'-lantern, the candle flickers the entire time, and there's spooky noises in the background. If you want to set up your area as we're chit-chatting, feel free to. I have my pumpkin spice from Black Craft Cults. Now moving on to the books, which we have 3 that we are reading together, or potentially you and I are reading together. First up, we have our official Ghoul Squad book club that we're reading, We Live Here Now. I did get pretty far into this one. I'm on chapter 18, which is much further than I thought I was going to get into. I'm interested in what's happening, the characters, like what's going on. We have basically 2 characters that seem like they have a lot of secrets. We're slowly learning the secrets as we go, but it doesn't feel slow. Like I feel like the pace is spot on with this book. So I made it to chapter 18 without even really realizing it. I read this from Sunday to Wednesday. This one I had already started, which was Cold Eternity, and I knew I was gonna love it. It's space sci-fi horror. All of the things I love in a book. I already know that I love this author. I've read 2 of the other books that they've come out with, and those have all been phenomenal to me. This is my nighttime book, and I have been falling asleep reading this. Not because I am bored. I am just so into it. I'm like trying to keep my eyes awake. I'm like, come on, we can do another chapter. So this has been a really exciting and again, very engaging book to me. We don't really know if the spooky things that are happening on the space station, if this is actually happening or if it's something because our main character is isolated alone on this giant space station with a bunch of bodies, basically with coffins in space. Is that environment influencing what's happening? Like, is every bump and creak and noise just amplified because they're already a little bit spooked out from being by themselves? Also, we're starting to learn more about the main character's past and why they decided to take this job. Like, why would you want to be alone in space for an extended period of time with really no one to call for help? Atmosphere of this one is just chef's kiss. I can't speak highly enough about this book, and I'm really not that far. I haven't even made it halfway through the book. Again, it's because I'm reading it before I go to bed. I'm falling asleep with the book laying on me because I want to read a couple more pages. This is one I'm going to keep reading for the night. That also might be why it's so spooky, because I have the lights down low and I just have my reading light. Every other light in my house is shut off, so I'm really setting this up to be a successful spooky read. And then the last one that I had for the month is The Hour of the Pumpkin Queen, which I really didn't think I was going to get to this week. It was just a for fun book that I picked up because I liked the Pumpkin Queen book that came before this. So if I had time, I was going to read it. I'm at chapter 4. For not having plans to read this one, I'll take that. Chapter 4 is pretty good. It's a very lighthearted book. Haven't even really gotten into what the actual story is about. This point in time, we just know that the new Pumpkin Queen, Sally Skeleton, is very overwhelmed, overworked, and spread super thin from a lot of different projects that she has going on. If I had to rank the 3 that I'm currently reading, still my favorite is Cold Eternity, which was kind of unfair because I love space horror and the other 2 are just so different. We'll see the further along I get into it. Something that I found at Michael's the other day that I thought would be fun to add to my slow Sunday is this scratch art, specifically this pack. They have quite a few, a lot of the pastel colors and the pinkoween, but this one in particular, because it has a spooky ghost that's hanging out reading in their little library. These are super fun to do and just very like meditative. You're in the moment, enjoying your time. This one is a 6x8 inch. They did ones, I think 9x12, but that was like a full sheet of paper. Once these ones are done, I'm gonna use them as my bookmark. They are a little big still, but I'm gonna make it work. There's 14 sheets in total. Just something a little extra to add to your slow Sunday mornings if you want to. There are a ton of different combinations of colorways and also the pictures that they have available. You can check them all out if you want to. Because there are 14, and obviously I don't need 14 bookmarks, once I'm finished with all of them, I'll be adding these into some of my boo baskets that I'm getting ready. I might even take a hole punch on the bottom or top, depending on how the picture is. But like this one, there's a lot of room down here. Add some yarn to it. I have a lot of the orange, the black, a little bit of witchy purple right there. I could go through my yarn dungeon so quick and find the yarn to match with these. Now we need to check our Halloween binder for the movie that we're gonna watch and also the last bit of our crochet along that we're gonna work up for the very first week. So we have been working on one red square, this one right here, to be specific. I still have a couple of rows to work up, so I'm going to finish up mine tonight, and then we'll have the first part of our haunted video store blanket done together. So I am going to finish that up as I'm watching the movie Influencer, which is on Shudder. Slow Sundays, it just made sense. Like we were over there watching the Ghoul Log, whichever one you chose. They are categorizing this as a drama, which I will say, getting into it, like give it a second. It needs to warm up. I'm not going to say that it's slow. It is not. This is definitely an intense horror movie that I really loved, but the end like packs a punch. We are on an island. An influencer is actually traveling there, solo backpacking. Madison meets CW, who shows her a more uninhibited way of living, but CW's interest in Madison takes a darker turn. From producers of VHS 94. So if you like that entire line, which there are so many, and that's a line of movies, if they keep cranking them out, I'll keep watching them. It's like a found footage type of movie. movie. This one is not like that at all. I'm just saying what they're saying. The producers of that movie is also involved in the movie Influencer. Drama, mystery, thriller, horror. All of those things wrapped up in one. I've seen it many, many times. It is definitely a go-to for me in the summer. And I think this is the first year that it's made it to my 100 night countdown, which says a lot about a movie for me. Like if it makes it onto this list, I'm taking the time out of my day to watch this movie. It's gotta either be super campy or like the thriller sci-fi aspect of it has gotta be super elevated. So definitely check it out if you want to. If you're not gonna be watching that one, let me know what you're doing in order to complete your slow Sunday and finish up the last portion of our square together. And then that is it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to join me on Fable if you want to chit chat about some of the books that I'm reading this month. Otherwise, have a super spooky rest of your night, and I will see you in my next video.